It's no secret that sales on Etsy have been a bit quiet in 2025, but as we approach the upcoming holiday season, you may be wondering when exactly Etsy's traffic will begin picking up. When will shoppers start buying Halloween items or even Christmas gifts? And when should you begin listing items in preparation for the holiday season? Today, I've got the raw data that will answer all of these questions so that you can plan for a successful season. In case you're new here, my name is Starla, founder of the Handmade Alpha Academy for Etsy sellers and manager at erank.com, Etsy's most popular SEO tool. And as a trend analyst, one of my jobs over at erank is to help predict and explain specific traffic patterns and user behavior that we see on Etsy, which, believe it or not, tends to match pretty closely with other online marketplaces like Amazon and eBay. So what's the deal with Etsy traffic right now? Some sellers on Facebook have been reporting that their Etsy sales are at an all-time low, and that Etsy must be dying, which may feel like this for some, but anecdotal evidence isn't representative of the majority, nor is it scientifically conclusive. Instead, let's take a look at Etsy overall so we can start getting a better idea of what traffic on the platform actually looks like. Heading over to the erank site's info tool, we're going to start by typing in etsy.com. Then we'll navigate to the historical trends graph and click on the Reach tab. From here, we can begin to paint a clearer picture of what traffic has looked like on Etsy over the last few months. If you felt like spring was super slow on Etsy this year, you'd be correct. See this huge dip? This tells us that overall traffic on Etsy hit rock bottom in March and early April, before starting a steady climb into May. A small dip hit around late May when new US tariffs were announced, which likely created some temporary hesitation for buyers. But since then, we've entered a slow but steady summer pattern, which is completely normal for this time of year. And in case you're wondering how this traffic matches up to Amazon, it's almost shocking how close the reach between these two platforms matches up. What this ultimately tells us is that summer has been relatively slow, but Etsy's doing much better than it was in the spring. But what about the holiday season? Unfortunately, our reach graph won't take us all the way back to last year's holiday season, but what we can see are product search patterns, which can help us to understand when shoppers typically begin looking for holiday-related items. If you watched last week's video up here, you already know that searches for Halloween on Etsy are already taking off. In fact, when we search for Halloween in the keyword tool, we can see that average searches for Halloween have actually increased significantly from the same time last year, meaning that shoppers are even more excited for Halloween in 2025 than ever before. And though erank can't provide average search data in real time, as this data is published on the first of every month, what we can see is the weekly popularity and conversion of terms. For example, when we search for Halloween, we see two badges at the top of the screen. One indicating that more shoppers are searching for Halloween this week than usual, and one showing us that the shoppers searching for Halloween items are also buying those items. Again, to learn more about these new badges and how to find them, be sure to check out last week's video up here and down below. The main point being is that shoppers are already actively buying Halloween items right now, which means if you haven't listed Halloween items in your shop, the time is now. But what about Christmas? I mean, it's only July, right? Shoppers couldn't possibly be searching for Christmas items, could they? Spoiler alert, they are. When we search for the word Christmas, we can see that this term is both being searched heavily this week, and those searches are converting to sales in July. Right now. And if we scroll down to our trend graph, which displays 15 months of historical data for this term, we can also see that last year, searches for Christmas skyrocketed right after August. Yes, it may seem early, and yes, no one wants to think about snowmen and Santa while sitting on the beach. But these search patterns tell us that shoppers are getting into the holiday spirit earlier than ever in 2025. Even more specific products, like Christmas cards, are seeing higher than normal searches right now, though these more specific items aren't currently converting just yet. The reason is likely shoppers planning ahead and possibly even saving these items into their Etsy favorites for future purchases. So what does this mean for you? It means that shopper behavior has changed this year. Shoppers are already actively buying Halloween items, and even some Christmas items. So if you haven't listed your Halloween products, do so as soon as possible. And if you're still deciding on when to launch Christmas items, I recommend doing so no later than August. That way, you can take advantage of this traffic surge. Based on Etsy's yearly patterns, August and September are when traffic begins building towards the holiday rush. And it peaks in November, making that the busiest time of year on the platform. After November, traffic tapers off a bit as shoppers place their final orders in early December and shift into holiday mode. So things are slow right now, but we're literally experiencing the calm before the storm, making right now the best time to learn, grow, and prepare for the rush. I have a ton of videos here on my channel to help you, but for those of you who are absolute Etsy SEO newbies, I actually just released 2 free ebooks that outline a foolproof strategy to help you understand Etsy SEO. There's even a workbook of different checklists and exercises to help you build better SEO habits, which I'll have linked right here somewhere and down in the video description. Until next time, Pookie.